commended and thanked in so many ways. So, but we'll do that another way. I hope that I hope Commissioner Dunlap is taking consideration. Compensation is always a good thank you note. All right. Seriously, I am Vi Lyles, and I want to thank you for being here this morning. We're here to discuss one of the most important issues in our community, violence intervention. And we're talking today about the partnerships that we've formed, the steps that we're taking to make our city a safer place, particularly Beatties Ford Road. I'd first like to recognize Councilmember Malcolm Graham, District 2, but also someone that knows Beatties Ford Road very well, who has walked from one end of the Beatties Ford corridor down to 5 Points, walked it and learned more about it. But he's been here forever, so he started at Johnson C. Smith.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Vi Lyles, and I serve as Mayor of Charlotte, North Carolina. Today we have some very exciting news to share. Before we get to the big announcement, I want to talk just a moment about why we take so much pride in bringing new jobs to our city. We understand the importance of bringing good-paying jobs to Charlotte for our residents and our region to grow, especially as we lead the nation out of this pandemic. It is critical that Charlotte is known as a city where you can find a great job, an affordable home, and a reliable transportation system. When combined, this provides our residents with great quality of life and an environment for our businesses to thrive. We are also here to celebrate the hard work of our local and state officials and the countless others who are doing all they can day after day to make Charlotte the gold standard for economic development. The project we are about to unveil is one that has exemplified collaboration and support from day one. I'd like to thank all of our partners for their expertise and professionalism, and that includes the members of our City Council who are united on this front. We are aware that the best interests of Charlotte also reflect the best interests of our region and our state. Today's announcement is proof that our cooperative economic development approach really does work. And we are all winners when great new jobs are involved. Now for the announcement we've been waiting for. It is my pleasure to introduce North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper.
Well, thank you very much, Mayor Lyles, for that introduction and for your strong leadership in Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome to the members of the City Council, local economic developers, legislators, and really all the people of our state. It is a great day. I'm here with Secretary of Commerce, Michelle Sanders, and about to introduce to you a great team that will be joining our area. Thanks for joining us virtually today for this celebration, and that's what it is. And yes, we are here to celebrate yet another big economic win for the Charlotte area and for the entire state of North Carolina. Today, I am proud to announce that the personal financial technology company Credit Karma will expand its presence here in North Carolina with a new tech hub that will serve as the company's United States East Coast hub invest $13 million and create 600 new high-paying jobs right here in Charlotte, Mecklenburg County, North Carolina. We are so excited about this. This is such a positive economic impact for North Carolina's future, and particularly Charlotte and the surrounding counties. Over the next 12 years, analysts predict that this project will lift North Carolina's overall economy by more than $2.6 billion. And these new jobs are going to be good ones, averaging more than $156,000 a year. Now, we all know about the quality of life, the transportation, the great communities that we have. And I think the team at Credit Karma knows the biggest selling point that we have is our highly skilled, well-trained, well-educated, dedicated people who are in our workforce. And in North Carolina, I'm here to tell the Credit Karma team that we want to keep that pipeline full of those kinds of people. We want to create the technology ecosphere and this workforce that we know that you need to be successful. Back in 2019, we made a promise to the people that in North Carolina, we would put 2 million more adults into the workforce that had a post-secondary degree or credential. We want to make sure that we provide you with the workforce that you need to be successful. We know you already have been, and we know that you have made the right choice. There are a lot of people who've been working on this, people right in the Charlotte area, the local business leaders, economic developers. From the state perspective, our Department of Commerce and Michelle Sanders, who's going to say a word or two to you in a minute, and her team, our Economic Development Partnership, Chris Chung and his team that works seamlessly with the Department of Commerce and with local economic development groups. Want to thank the legislators who are here and the great legislative delegation that comes from the Mecklenburg County area. I want to thank the community colleges and particularly Central Piedmont Community College. Want to thank Mayor Lyles, the City Council, and the City of Charlotte for its hard work, and also the Charlotte Regional Business Alliance. But we really want to thank this company that has chosen Charlotte. We have with us the CEO and founder of Credit Karma, Kenneth Lynn, and also the Chief People, Places, and Publicity Officer, Colleen McCreary, who also has some North Carolina ties. But Kenneth, I want to present to you, and I look forward to actually coming and seeing you there in person at some point. But it is a ceremonial plate with the great seal of the state of North Carolina on it. And on that seal is our state motto in Latin, Esse quam videre, which means to be rather than to seem. And we here in North Carolina, we are who we say we are. We look forward to a wonderful partnership with you and Credit Karma and all that you can do for consumers, not only throughout North Carolina, but throughout the country. And Kenneth, I'm going to turn it over to you with a lot of gratitude and anticipation of a great partnership ahead. Kenneth?
Well, thank you so much, Governor Cooper. Colleen and I and Credit Karma are so excited to be able to endeavor in this opportunity. Credit Karma is all about enabling our members to make financial progress, and we're so excited to be able to help the city of Charlotte, to be part of the city of Charlotte in that endeavor. We started there 4 years ago with a workforce of about 200, and in that time frame, we fell in love with the skill set, the people, the community itself, and we couldn't be more excited. I just want to thank the state, the city for welcoming us with open arms and having such a great environment for us to build a business and to partner with you and the state. Colleen?
Yeah, we're super excited. And just as you mentioned, Governor Cooper, the infrastructure in North Carolina between the, public education, both at the community college and then the state colleges, and just the workforce in and of itself. And the city of Charlotte has done such a great job to make us feel welcome when we were a little startup. And so keeping that innovation and entrepreneurial spirit is really important to us as we grow. And we're, looking forward to continuing that across both Charlotte and the state of North Carolina.
Thank you, Colleen, and thank you, Kenneth, and congratulations on such an exciting milestone for Credit Karma, and indeed one for North Carolina. I'm Michelle Baker Sanders, the Secretary of Commerce for the state of North Carolina, and we are grateful to know that you value our workforce and that we have many offerings and assets in North Carolina, so much that you're doubling down on your efforts to build a headquarters here. And to Mayor Lyles, who's not with us today, and Tracy, we're glad to be your partners in the announcement, which is also a great day to celebrate innovation in North Carolina. Today's announcement is a great example of the strong partnership between government, business, and the community that continue to propel North Carolina forward, especially as we pivot from the pandemic. Now, Governor Cooper and I tout the great benefits of doing business in North Carolina: our solid business climate, our stellar quality of life, our infrastructure, and our prime location on the East Coast. But, we know what really attracts and what many businesses ask about first. Companies just like Credit Karma is they're impressed and they're excited about our diverse skilled workforce and the pipeline of talent through our workforce development system. When we deliver the workforce that will meet the company's present and future needs, we're taking steps to grow our innovation economy. Innovation-based job creation, as you talked about, Kenneth, and widely shared prosperity are among my top priorities as Secretary of Commerce. Whether it's advanced manufacturing, biotech, clean transportation, or offshore wind, it has been about innovation and will always be at the heart of North Carolina's economic development vision. Charlotte and Mecklenburg have been ground zero for financial and fintech industries, and Credit Karma is another great win for the state of North Carolina. Credit Karma's latest tech company to bring to the regional headquarters and the innovative North Carolina is indeed a great one, and it's among the gains that we've seen recently with Apple and Google. So innovators are deliberate in their decision because they need cutting-edge development and their long-term success factors. The companies need the best and the brightest minds to advance their global technology. And I am committed to developing a globally competitive workforce that will continue to attract good paying jobs and help stimulate our innovation economy. We were talking about our UNC school system and community colleges a little earlier, and our UNC school system graduates more than 56,000 students each year, with more than 40% of them having STEM degrees while in North Carolina. And the community college system enrolls 700,000 students annually. So working together and with the outstanding colleges and universities and community colleges, we will grow and continue to sustain these livable jobs in a high potential and innovative industry such as this. So Ken, let me applaud you and Colleen again for Credit Karma's expansion to North Carolina, and we're ready to get with you to continue this work. This is a great decision that you've made, Kenneth. And so thank you for your investment. And again, congratulations to you and welcome to North Carolina's with your expansion in your footprint.
Well, thank you so much. We couldn't be more excited.
So I will close this out, and I would like to start.
Tracy, I think you may be on mute.
Oh. Thank you. So I'll close this out, and I want to start by thanking Secretary Sanders and Governor Cooper. It's the partnership that makes all this possible that we have with the state and our other ED partners. So thank you again for being such a great partner to us here in Charlotte. Also, Kenneth and Colleen, thank you again for choosing North Carolina and Charlotte as your place to grow. We think that this is a critical link between your operations in the West Coast as well as London. And we're excited to serve as you grow here. You're already a valued member of our FinTech community. And again, being a part of the front line of that innovation and helping us grow in this area, I think you've heard from Secretary Sanders as well as Governor Cooper, our commitment to keeping the pipeline for you and keeping your growth at the forefront of us and our priorities. So again, thank you so much for being a leader in the FinTech industry here in Charlotte and choosing to grow here in Charlotte. We look forward to the long partnership. With that, I want to just ask everybody in joining us to thank and welcome Credit Karma to Charlotte and growing more in Charlotte. Thank you. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Corey from our team who will facilitate the media questions.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Dotson. We appreciate that. Big thanks to Governor Cooper, Secretary Baker Sanders for joining us this afternoon. They're both going to drop off right now while we open it up to questions. A quick reminder to our reporters on the call today, if you will use the raise my hand feature, I will be able to call on you. Before you ask your question, if you will, please identify the person that you are asking it to. And with that, we will open it up. Our first question today will go to Ashley Fahey. Go ahead, Ashley.
Thanks, Corey. Question for you, Kenneth. I believe Fort Mill was another place you were looking at. Where else on the East Coast were you considering for expansion? This is obviously a lot of jobs, a lot of software development jobs. And why did you ultimately pick Charlotte over Fort Mill or another place?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with our experience there. So having been there for 4 years, we were really excited about the workforce that we were able to recruit. We have people who are so dedicated to our mission. And when you can find the culmination of the right talent, the right passions, and the right economic environment, it made it a no-brainer for us to pick Charlotte. And we did, and just to answer the earlier part of your question, we did a pretty extensive search before we moved to Charlotte. We looked at, I would say, probably a dozen geographies in terms of where our next headquarters are going to be. So I don't remember all of them at this point, but it was fairly vast, and it was all about the experience that we've had there over the last 4 years.
Our next question will go to Caroline Hudson. Go ahead, Caroline.
Hi, good morning. This question is for Colleen. I wanted to follow up. I know we talked earlier this year about some of the operations that you guys have in Charlotte and that you are looking to grow. I was curious, do you have any specific ideas for what business lines, divisions, operations you're looking to focus these jobs in?
In the short term, the majority of the jobs will go to our core product, which is what everybody experiences every day. To our new money product that we recently launched, which was partially started in the Charlotte area, as well as our home and mortgage business. So those are the foundation products that we're going with, but certainly we're really excited to see what innovation and what teams we can build there and potentially, other products down the pipeline. But primarily the jobs are in engineering, data science, analytics, machine learning, and product management.
Our next question will go to Brett Jensen. Go ahead, Brett.
Thanks. Kenneth, I'm curious, a couple of quick questions. One, a lot of companies, when they move here, they cite the airport because they can pretty much get almost anywhere in the world, or at least Europe, and it's definitely in the domestic 48 nonstop. How much of a role did that play, instant travel? And also, how big will this place be compared to your other, say, headquarter locations in the country?
Well, I think the connectivity matters, but I don't think it's the topmost, right? I think a skilled workforce matters, an order of magnitude much more so than the directness. And I think with video conferencing, I think that becomes less of an issue. But for us, it goes back to the workforce and the educated, skilled workforce that are passionate about what they're doing. That's what we look for first and foremost within Credit Karma. In regards to the size, we're anticipating over 600 people in the Charlotte area in the sort of next couple of years. But longer term, our goal is to continue to grow in the cities that we participate in, and to the announcement, it is going to be our East Coast technology headquarters. So it is a major investment for Credit Karma.
Okay, we will go back to Ashley Fahey. Go ahead, Ashley.
Thanks, Corey. By the way, I forgot to say, I'm with the Charlotte Business Journal. I know you guys are in Ballantyne and have been growing there and have been there since 2016. Do you plan to continue growing in Ballantyne, or are you looking at another site?
We do plan to stay in the Ballantyne area. We haven't decided on an actual location yet, but we really like that area, and we'd like to expand our footprint there.
Okay, at the moment, no hands are up. We'll give our reporters another couple of seconds to see if anyone does have any last minute questions, and that usually does the trick. We'll turn it back over to Caroline Hudson. Go ahead, Caroline.
Yeah, thanks, Corey. I was just curious, do you have any idea for how many jobs you're looking to add in the near future? I'm thinking 2021, 2022. Any targets you can share at this point?
Well, we hopefully in the next month or so, we'll open at least 200 jobs. So we are on a very fast and furious hiring frenzy right now. And, as we were going through this process, we actually were holding back a little because we weren't quite sure where we were going to be. And so we're excited that today, we're going to be off into the races. The plan is specifically to hire at least 200 jobs in the near term, with another likely 100 to 200 over the next 2 years after that. But honestly, I think if as long as the talent pipeline is growing, we're excited to move as many jobs into that area as we can support. It's a great position to be in sort of coming out of COVID, to be growing at this rate, and we hope to continue that.
We'll next go to Tony Messia from the Charlotte Ledger. Go ahead, Tony.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. I guess this is for either the company or the economic developers. Can you shed some light on the average pay, minimum pay? How do we describe what the pay range is for these jobs?
Our average pay that we came up with in terms of salary was just based on the market pay that we already do for the roles that are included in this grant in particular. So that's around $157,000. The range of pay for our roles in the Charlotte area traditionally have ranged anywhere from $70,000 to about $300,000 in base salary. But we're also a company where every employee receives equity. And so, having stock and that vests over time. So that's obviously additional revenue and compensation that goes to employees, as well as taxable income. People really like, they can spend. And we're really proud of our, exceptionally rich benefits package, time off, leave support, those kinds of things. So I think we're really looking forward to being, one of the most innovative employers in the Charlotte area when it comes to sort of taking care of our employees.
I'm so sorry. Our next question will go back to Ashley Fahey. Go ahead, Ashley.
Thanks. I did have another question too. I believe these are 600 jobs for Charlotte, but can you talk a little bit about how Credit Karma is viewing remote work and, how you guys are thinking about hiring strategy when it comes to remote work, if at all?
Sure. So, for us, COVID has been incredibly challenging for just about everyone out there. And, what we think about is, the culture really matters. Our mission really matters. And for us, those cultures and those values really are focused around a work together environment. So we really believe in, being together, being in the office together. We think that's fundamentally important to the connectivity, as well as to the product that we are building. And, while we would remain flexible and are trying to learn through the process, it's hard to make really challenging and long-term decisions when you're still working through, all of what is COVID. So we're excited about the opportunity. We remain open and flexible in our learnings. But at the same time, we know we want roots and we want to have a real foundation and a base in both California and in Charlotte.
Okay, at this time, we'll do a last call for questions. Ashley, your hand is still up. So if you got a question, we'll go ahead and let you ask it, and we'll close it out with you.
Yeah, Tracy, just wanted to confirm. I believe it's 186K incentives from the city. Can you also just quickly talk the city's view of recruiting West Coast-based companies, growing them here, bringing them here, et cetera?
So Ashley, you missed the part in the beginning where I was telling Kenneth and Colleen that their director of diversity, equity, inclusion, I've already recruited to be my spokesperson from that relocation from the West Coast to the East Coast. We are always looking for new opportunities and new markets to be able to recruit from, and strengthening the ties and that enables us to recruit from the West Coast, I think is a great thing. Seeing companies that have presence on the West Coast also investing in North Carolina and Charlotte to have a presence on the East Coast, I think just furthers that. And so coming out of COVID, I think it's a stronger desire of ours than ever to be able to recruit from the West Coast or grow from the West Coast, just like we have here today.
Ms. Dodson, thank you. Mr. Lynn, thank you, sir. Ms. McCreary, thank you. Thank you to the team from Credit Karma, from the state, from our city's economic development department. We appreciate reporters joining us this afternoon. We'll have our press release and some other assets out to you shortly via email. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to send them to me and we'll get them answered for you this afternoon. We appreciate it and hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks so much. Yeah. Take care.
Fry, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Charles P. Nichols, Charlotte Police